iPhone 8 Diversity Wi-Fi Antenna Replacement Guide. For this replacement, we're going to need a Y-tip 00 or 000 screwdriver, a basic Phillips head 00 or 000 screwdriver, a pentalobe proprietary screwdriver, a set of tweezers, a plastic prying tool for prying connections apart, a suction cup for prying the screen apart, as well as a triangular plastic tool and also a metallic tool to pry the screen apart. Go ahead and power down the phone if you haven't powered it down yet. Make sure it's completely off. Now near the charging port, locate the two pentalobe screws and use the pentalobe screwdriver to remove the two screws. If the screen is badly damaged, use a piece of packing tape to create a nice and smooth surface for the suction cup to get suction. Without the smooth surface, the suction cup won't be able to get grip and it won't work as intended. Place the suction cup as close as you can to the home button. Now go ahead and pick up the phone and pinch it from both sides with your fingers and tug on the suction cup as you see here. Now take the metallic prying tool or any sharp tool, you could use a utility knife if you had to, and just sneak it in right below the home button. Make sure to go really gently and slightly in, and then tilt it left to right to get the separation going. The screen is glued in around the edge with waterproof tape. Use the plastic pick to separate the screen once you got the crack going, because you don't want to scratch up the phone frame with the metallic tool. Now run down the pick on both sides. Something to note, make sure not to go too deeply in, because on the right side of the phone there are two cable connections that are extremely fragile. If you go too deep in, you can damage them. Once both sides are separated, go ahead and tilt the screen left to right to loosen up the top just a little bit. Now what you want to do is you want to take the plastic pick and try to separate the top portion. If that doesn't work out, go ahead and use the sharper one. Be careful, you can scratch up the frame here, so go really slow. Use the sharp metallic tool to make the separation up top and separate the tape. Now go ahead and just crack it open, and it should fold out just like a book. First we'll need to expose the Wi-Fi antenna. Go ahead and remove the Y-tip screw on the top of the bracket that guards the connection. Now remove the two Phillips head screws on the bottom of the bracket, and then you could just lift up and move the bracket, exposing the first half of the connection. Now go ahead and remove the bracket that guards the main connection to the logic board. It's secured with 4 Phillips head screws. Go ahead and remove those screws. Make sure to place them aside in the orientation in which you take them out, because they're different sizes. Now go ahead and remove the bracket. Now you can see the connections right there with a plastic prying tool. Go ahead and just pop that out and trace it out. Now you can gently tug on it and it should release right there. And now we can go ahead and pry out the antenna. We'll need our metallic prying tool and just gently get underneath the cable. Go very slow and peel back the adhesive that secures the antenna onto the speaker. Just slide it in, go really slow so you don't tear anything, and that's it. It should come out just like that. Here's what it looks like up close. reassembly. Reinstalling the antenna, just place it right along the guiding pins, make sure it's correctly centered, and then just tuck it in. First, you want to go ahead and click in the bottom part of the connection on the antenna, and then you want to trace out the top connection and then plug that in. You can use the plastic tool to assist you. Now put the bracket back over the bottom part. Remember, the screw that goes into the bottom right and the bottom left is the Phillips head screw, and then the one that goes in the top is the Y tip, the Y screw. Now go ahead and place the bracket over the top part of the connection and secure that with 4 Phillips head screws. Remember, the shorter screws go on the top and bottom, and then the longer screws go on the right side of the bracket. Alright, we're ready to clamp up the phone. Clamping it up is very easy. Just close it up like a book and then apply pressure on both sides simultaneously. And just keep going around and pushing it in ever slightly, and it should start clicking right in. Then go around the contour, clicking in and mashing in the rest of the gap. So just go around a couple of times, make sure it's nice and firm, and now it's time to place back the 2 pentalobe screws near the charging port. Go ahead and load the screws in to their sockets. Then with the screws loaded, go ahead and secure them with the pentalobe screwdriver, and that's it. Now we can go ahead and power on and test the phone. Alright, that comes on. Great. If this guide helped you, please hit like and subscribe, and check out more awesome videos at appledollars.com.